You know, sometimes it happens that you have a situation and it was solved by a compromise. And this is okay. However, usually compromises are not made for the long term. So what did they do here? When there was a Dayton Agreement, many people were really happy. The war stopped. The bullshit has stopped. On the other hand, the Dayton Agreement said to the aggressors on all sides of the war, stop shooting, stay there, but stop shooting. And so now the country is run already 20 years by those criminals. If they would have said, we make Dayton Agreement and then after 5 years we sit again and we will start talking about the future, that would have been a better solution. But they only made Dayton Agreement and that was the future. So that means the future is the future run by criminals and corrupt people. And so that's tough. If that will be the solution of Ukraine, the problem of in Ukraine will remain for decades.
With this war in Ukraine, people here start to talk about the war. People here start to be very afraid of new war, because in very beginning of war in Ukraine, there was some threats from Republika Srpska, from some politicians, that if Bosnia joined NATO, then we can see aftermaths like in Ukraine. So it was open threat to Bosnian peace here.
Croatian soldiers and we escaped from Bosnian soldiers. We help in Bosnia the war zone.
The Dayton Peace Agreement, which ended the war in Bosnia, for many people it was it's a significant historical event because it stopped fighting. But on the other hand, we know now, and we knew back then as well, probably most of people knew, it was an unjust peace. It was not fair. I'm divided in myself. Part of me as a pacifist, as a peace activist, as a peace builder. Of course, part of me the peace is the utmost priority. But another half of me learned in a very difficult way what unjust peace means.
The main focus in Bosnia and Herzegovina is on political rights, especially on political rights of three main national groups who are living here. You know, everything else is not in focus. Our everyday struggles are not in focus. You know, it's not a system that I like to live in, and I would not like other states to have this system.
I don't know what will happen in Ukraine, but probably it will be a divided country like Bosnia, I guess, and it will cause problems constantly like here. Maybe also fight for Bosnia and for this region and area, because if Russians take over Ukraine just like that, there would be much more opportunity and chance for example, politicians from Republika Srpska to cause some problems.
We thought that this reality check delivered by Russia for European decision makers, we hoped that they will understand how important it is to stand together and to integrate. On the other hand, it's also frustrating to some extent as a Bosnian. We know that we defended these very same values which are being defended in Ukraine today. And we feel it's unfair that we have to prove for decades that we are part of this European family.
The only way for Bosnia is rule of justice, and arrest the people who was killed David and Jenna. People now know it's no matter. I am a Serb, Muris is Muslims. What is important now? Find the murderers, killers in whole of Bosnia. The murders is free. It's on street.
They are protected.
Have normal life.
We are not protected, and we are
Is
not.
that normal life? No.
Because it's a long period that we are fighting for this. A long 4 years. Muris is 6 years fighting for this. So that's the two important cases that must be solved in this country, that we have a better future and that we have a normal institution who are working and yeah. Because there is a lot after the war who was war profiteers and criminals who are working in this institution. So we all know that. It's not a secret.